Alright, so not too long ago, I recently did a video talking about memories of Kids WB because I feel like it's fun to go back and go through like a whole nostalgia act. I'm sure a lot of people will agree. And this is one I wanted to finally reflect on. This was a company that really shaped my childhood back in the day, back when I first started getting introduced to more like PC gaming type of video games. That was Humongous Entertainment. Stuff with Putt-Putt and Fatty Bear, Pajama Sam, and all that good stuff. And I'm sure people who've been on my gaming channel know that because I've got a lot of videos going through those old school games, like full playthroughs and everything like that. Excuse me, my throat's... I'm a slight bit congested right now. But you look at all this, it's hard to believe this whole, like, Humongous Entertainment company has been done since 2006. To think this franchise, like, this company made so many different characters. Like I said, Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, Putt-Putt, all that stuff. And this was like my first introduction to PC games. I think like the first Humongous Entertainment game I ever played was Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. I can't remember if I got it from like Meijer or Sam's Club. But I remember getting that. That was the first game. And the beauty about these kind of games that you saw like with a lot of these were that like the outcomes and options you have are completely randomized. So, like, you could play through the game the first time, and then the second time you play this game, there could be different things that have changed. Like, in terms of, like, if you're playing Putt-Putt, you could save the zoo, for example, the original one. First time you play the game, you have certain animals you have to save. Second time you go through, you could have different animals. Some changes compared to the first time you played through, and so on and so forth. Completely randomized to keep giving you a different experience. That was actually fun to see. You look at all this stuff and, like, saying... You got some of these original ones, like I said, Putt-Putt, Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, Spy Fox, saying despite all four series being developed and released in parallel, characters from one series do not cross over in once in another. Putt-Putt and Fatty Bear, yeah, there were some collaborations. Like, you had these different games. I might even try to play this one someday if I can get it to work properly. The Putt-Putt and Fatty Bear Activity Pack, where they had, like, a bunch of different games that you could play. Some of them hosted by Putt-Putt, the other by Fatty Bear and all this stuff, and that was really fun. And there are some cameos that would appear from time to time. But it's just like, it's a massive shame. Like, I know the website's still active, because there are games that you can get on the Switch, in fact. And I know you can get a bunch, like, I think every game on Steam. In fact, let me look at my Switch. Like, I've got my Switch open here on the side, and I've got, like, every game they released on the Switch over here. And I know some people are thinking, oh, why do you have kids' games on your Switch? Nostalgia. Because on the Switch, they released the Stolen Conch Shell, which... it was either the fourth or fifth one for the Freddy Fish games. Can't remember off the top of my head. See, the first and... yeah, the first and second Pajama Sam game. So, Thunder and Lightning Are So Frightening and the whole Darkness one. You got Putt-Putt Through Time and Saves the Zoo. Trying to see if there are any other... oh, yeah, the original Spy Fox and Dry Cereal. Oh, man. I'll get more into details about some of the memories of those in just a moment. But it's like every game they're re-released on the Switch, which is a surprise that they even did after all these years. They re-released these things, and it was just like, wow, they're keeping these franchises alive. It even took me till years later to realize they had at least one game in terms of like one of their franchise games on a different console, and I'll get to that as well. And I think it took me till like maybe a few months ago to realize they actually released some games on the 3DO. Like, I might have to get some of these in my possession. But it's a shame, like, this company went to bankruptcy, and this was, like, a lot of my childhood. I didn't play every single game, but had a lot of them. It's saying, like, following the closure of the main company, Infogrames, transition all assets in this new company, sold off international distribution and all that stuff, yeah. 2019, Humongous Entertainment announced plans to port junior adventure games once again to contemporary consoles. And I know they got some games on the Wii. I do remember that. I haven't gotten any of those. Maybe if I mod my Switch or my Wii a bit better. Because I haven't done any of that, like, I've got a slight modification there done, but nothing in terms of porting games over there. Early 2022, they released Nintendo Switch ports of Travels Through Time, Freddy Fish 3, that was 4 or 5. Putt-Putt Save the Zoo, Pajama Sam No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, and the sequel, Thunder and Lightning Are So Frightening, and Spy Fox and Dry Cereal. Like I said, I got all those on the Switch. There's a physical compilation. I have not gotten that. PlayStation 4 versions of these games are released on PlayStation Store. Have not done that because I don't really play on the PlayStation that often. Now, you got through all these games. Got these in chronological order. Putt-Putt joins the parade. I do remember this. I think they later re-released this. In fact, let me check the page here. Because I think they upgraded, like, the graphics later on. Let's see. They got it on DOS, the 3DO, Mac and Windows, Linux and Steam. So you had it on different ones. I swear they might have re-released this at some point. Now, I do remember the demos. Like, you play a game, you can often play demos, like with other games and everything, it would play to a certain point so you could play part of the game. And I did this all the time back then. That's it for this demo, so they had, like, different lines to prepare you for this stuff. But I do believe there were, like, 2 versions of this game, in terms of, like, graphics. I might have to look back on that. But I do remember Putt-Putt joins the parade. Putt-Putt goes to the moon. I do remember this. I think I was playing this in kindergarten. I do remember one day I finally finished this game before having to go to school, because back when I was in kindergarten, you had, like, AM kindergarten and PM, so if you're in AM kindergarten, you go, like, I think 9 in the morning till noon, and then the second half, noon till almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is kind of weird, but I remember getting that done one day. Putt-Putt's Fun Pack, never tried that. The Fatty, this one, the Activity Pack, that was a lot of fun to go through all these different games, difficulties. I wish I could play that game back someday. Now, like I said, Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo, that was my introduction to the franchise. And that was a lot of fun. Putt-Putt's got to go through saving all these animals because the zoo's needing help. Balloonorama, never played this. Dog on a Stick, never played this. Travel Through Time. I think I played this not too long ago. I do remember playing this on the gaming channel. As well as Putt-Putt Enters the Race. Some of these I finally played for the first time just to finally say I did it. Boom, got it done with. Let's see, never played the One Stop Fun Shop. Circus, I think I also did as well. And Pep's Birthday Surprise, I don't think I played this. I think there was one new, more recent Putt-Putt game they released on Steam that I actually had to get a refund for because I could just not play it. For whatever reason, it would not load. Let's see, I remember playing the original Freddy Fish. It took a while to finally get that one. I just kept playing the demo all the time. The second one, I remember loving a lot. Case of the Haunted Schoolhouse, where, like, everybody's toys are disappearing. You had this big ghost, like, covered in a sheet that's taking everybody's stuff. They gotta trap the ghost, figure out who it is. So it kind of felt like what you would see with Scooby-Doo. Freddy and Luther games, never played those. Played the other ones, like 3, 4, and 5. Never played the One Stop Fun Shop games. Maybe I'll have to try them at some point. And I think some of these games are also released on the old iOS, like through iPad and everything. Almost like a demo version. You also got a full version. So remember some of these. Pajama Sam. No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside. Remember that. That was really fun. I don't remember playing Sockworks. Thunder and Lightning Aren't So Frightening. I do remember this. You Are What You Eat From Your Head for Your Feet. I do remember playing this on the gaming channel because I realized they had a PlayStation 1 port of this, which was really surprising. And I don't think I played Life is Rough When You Lose Yourself. Maybe I did play Sockworks. I do remember there was one where, like, you had all these puzzles where you had socks that had to go into bins, and you had to control, like, the conveyor belts and everything like that, so that might be that. Spy Fox and Dry Cereal, I remember loving that game when I first played it. Whole lot of fun. A lot of different options of randomize and everything. Cheese Chase, never played it. Hold the Mustard, never played it. Sub Assembly Required, I think it took a while to play this, as well as Operation Ozone. Some of the games that I played on the gaming channel from the Humongous Entertainment games, they were like my first time ever playing them. Because I didn't have all the games back in the day. Birthday Surprise for Fatty Bear. Love that game so much as a kid. It's like you're playing as Fatty Bear, Yora's asleep, you gotta organize a birthday party while she's asleep. Fun Pack, never played. Activity Pack, that was a lot of fun. The Blue's Clues games, surprisingly, I never played those. I played some demos, but never the full versions. Big Thinkers, never played the kindergarten game. Played the first grader game, but that was about it. Junior Field Trips, it was that bug, I can't remember his name. But I do remember playing all 3 of these. Well, Farm, I think, was an airport, I think, were demos. I do remember having the full version of the Jungle game. I do remember that. And then Backyard Sports, I played the demo for baseball. In fact, I might have played the demos for everything. I might have had the full version of football at some point. I do remember that being fun. And then Moose Base Commander, never played it. But it's kind of crazy to think that some of these games, even before they got re-released on the Switch, some of these are on different consoles. Like I said, I think the first Pajama Sam game, I think, is on the Wii. Although I think that's been panned by critics. And I do remember the third one, Pajama Sam 3, being on PS1, because that's what I played it on the gaming channel. Yeah, because you got Windows, Mac, PlayStation, iOS, and Android. So it's like, it took me years to realize this was on the PlayStation. That was kind of a surprise to see anything of these games get played on anything outside of PC. And I've also still got like a bunch of the physical games in my closet. Like, when I played these games on the gaming channel, I had to take like the certain files and then put them on my hard drive just to try to play them and configure a couple settings. But man, like I said, these were the days. These what got me into playing games on the PC to begin with, and these are great games. Like, if any of y'all have kids and you want to get them into games that are like age appropriate, like for them, have them play the games here, like any Putt-Putt, Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam. Highly recommended. Give you a lot of replayability, because like I said, you play the game through once, then you play it a second time, you'll have different things, so it's completely randomized to where your like exact playthrough is not going to be the exact same as the last. So it's definitely going to keep you intrigued to see what outcomes you're going to get next. So anyway, let me know all down in the comment section below. Has anybody else got any memories of playing these Humongous Entertainment games back in the day? Like I said, this was a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out and good day, everybody.